Welcome to AI Briefing. The content of the briefing includes how ChatGPT, released a year ago, changed the way we interact with AI. US compels Saudi fund to exit AI chip startup backed by Altman. Cisco exec sees India digitally leapfrogging rest of world. Local councillors, unaware, approve law written entirely by AI. Good Weekend's Christmas Reading Guide 2023. How ChatGPT, released a year ago, changed the way we interact with AI. South China Morning Post. OpenAI's ChatGPT chatbot, released in November 2020, has been credited with sparking public interest in artificial intelligence, AI, and creating a new era of AI anxiety. ChatGPT allows users to generate written responses to prompts and quickly became popular, with 100 million people using it each week. However, concerns have been raised about the potential for the AI to spread misinformation, perpetuate biases, and threaten jobs. Despite these concerns, investment in AI has soared, with startups and tech giants alike investing billions in the technology. US compels Saudi fund to exit AI chip startup backed by Altman. Bloomberg. The Biden administration has compelled Prosperity 7, a Saudi Aramco venture capital firm, to divest its shares in Rain AI, a Silicon Valley AI chip startup backed by OpenAI co-founder Sam Altman. The move comes as the U.S. increases scrutiny over the activities of Middle Eastern wealth funds with close ties to China. The Committee on Foreign Investment in the United States, CFIUS, instructed Prosperity 7 to unwind its investment in Rain AI due to national security concerns. The sale of Prosperity 7's stake in Rain AI to Silicon Valley investment firm GREP VC has broader implications for Saudi Arabia's growing investments in U.S. technology. Cisco exec sees India digitally leapfrogging rest of world. Nikkei Asia. Cisco Systems believes that developing economies in the Asia-Pacific region, particularly India and Indonesia, have the potential to leapfrog the rest of the world as they accelerate their digital adoption. Dave West, the president of Cisco's Asia-Pacific, Japan and Greater China operations, highlighted the rapid digitization agenda in India, including the widespread use of digital payment apps and the country's software development expertise. West also noted that Indonesia is rapidly growing in terms of digital adoption. Cisco is investing in these developing markets as they harness their digital capabilities. West also discussed the evolving business climate in China, mentioning regulatory compliance and privacy laws. He highlighted the potential for generative AI in the region, expecting companies to cross the chasm and develop large language models. Local councillors, unaware, approve law written entirely by AI. The Sydney Morning Herald. The first piece of legislation in Brazil to be written entirely by artificial intelligence, AI, has been passed in the city of Porto Alegre. The bill was drafted by OpenAI's ChatGPT chatbot, without the knowledge of the approving legislators, and prevents the city from charging taxpayers to replace stolen water consumption meters. The news has raised questions about the role of AI in public policy, with concerns that machine learning systems such as ChatGPT lack the understanding and judgment of human lawyers when it comes to interpreting legal principles and precedent. Good Weekend's Christmas Reading Guide 2023. The Sydney Morning Herald. The article provides a summary of several notable fiction and non-fiction books from Australia and internationally. Some of the highlighted books include Edenglassy by Melissa Lukashenko, which tells two stories about love, resistance, and indigenous culture, The Hummingbird Effect by Kate Mildenhall, a novel about four strong women set in different time periods, Green Dot by Madeline Gray, a debut novel about a love affair between a young woman and a married man, The Wren by Anne Enright, a story about family life and betrayal, and Day by Michael Cunningham, a novel about a Brooklyn family set over 3 consecutive years. The nonfiction books mentioned include Question 7 by Richard Flanagan, which explores history, science, and literature, Saving Lieutenant Kennedy by Brett Mason, a story about Australian coast watchers during World War II, and A Memoir of My Former Self by Hilary Mantel, a collection of her nonfiction writing. The article also mentions Bennelong and Philip by Kate Foulagar, a joint biography that challenges conventional narratives about the lives of Arthur Phillip and Bennelong. Finally, Housecat by Paul Barbera is a book of photographs celebrating cats in their home environments. The power of HOAs is a challenge to sustaining home ownership. Bloomberg. Homeowners associations, HOAs, are hindering sustainable homeownership in the U.S., according to Bloomberg. Nearly 80% of new homes built for sale in the country are located within communities with HOAs or similar organizations, which charge monthly dues ranging from hundreds to over $1,000. HOAs maintain strict codes that protect property values and can impose big fines for infractions. In 20 states, HOAs have legal priority over other lenders, meaning they can claim a property over a bank if an owner falls behind on fees or fines. ChatGPT, AI pushing us into fourth industrial revolution. Yahoo! The CEO of Big Bear AI, Mandy Long, believes that large language models like OpenAI's ChatGPT are pushing companies into the next industrial revolution. She emphasizes the unprecedented rate of innovation in AI and states that AI is the new literacy. Long also comments on the recent drama surrounding OpenAI CEO Sam Altman's firing and rehiring. Brazilian city enacts an ordinance secretly written by a surprising new staffer, ChatGPT. Associated Press. Lawmakers in the city of Porto Alegre in southern Brazil have admitted that they passed an ordinance written by an OpenAI chatbot. Councilman Ramiro Rosario asked the chatbot ChatGPT to draft a proposal to prevent the city from charging taxpayers to replace water consumption meters if they are stolen. Rosario presented the proposal to his peers without telling them of its origin. Although the ordinance has sparked concerns about the role of AI in public policy, Rosario said it would have been unfair to the public not to put it to a vote just because it was written by AI. AI chips boost Marvel revenue as infrastructure and enterprise suffer. Reuters. Chipmaker Marvel Technology has said it expects its data center business to continue growing next year, even as half of its revenue is expected to decline in Q1. CEO Matthew Murphy blamed the anticipated drop on a tough macroeconomic environment and longer than expected inventory corrections by its customers. Marvel's data center segment, which includes custom AI chip business and networking equipment, beat market expectations for revenue in Q3 2024. However, it is difficult to predict how the segment will perform next year, largely due to AI's impact. Japan sinks to new low in digital ranking on talent shortage. Nikkei Asia. Japan has fallen to its lowest position ever in an annual digital competitiveness ranking. The country dropped 3 places to 32nd out of 64 economies in the World Digital Competitiveness Ranking, conducted by the International Institute for Management Development. The ranking is based on government data and survey responses from business executives and measures knowledge, technology, and future readiness. Japan's low ranking is attributed to its slow adoption of foreign personnel, challenges in funding technology development, and limited use of big data and analytics technology. The US claimed the top spot, followed by South Korea and Taiwan. China slipped 2 places due to its zero-COVID policy and recent crackdown on tech companies. First on CNN, Biden campaign prepares legal fight against election deepfakes. CNN. President Joe Biden's 2024 campaign has assembled a special task force to ready its responses to misleading AI-generated images and videos, drafting court filings and preparing novel legal theories it could deploy to counter potential disinformation efforts that technology experts have warned could disrupt the vote. The task force, which is composed of the campaign's top lawyers and outside experts such as a former senior legal advisor to the Department of Homeland Security, is exploring what steps Biden could take if, for example, a fake video emerged of a state election official falsely claiming that polls are closed, or if an AI-generated image falsely portrayed Biden as urging non-citizens to cross the U.S. border to cast ballots illegally. The effort aims to produce a legal toolkit that can allow the campaign to quickly respond to virtually any scenario involving political misinformation and particularly AI-created deepfakes, convincing audio, video, or images made using artificial intelligence tools. Dell misses quarterly revenue estimates on slow PC market recovery. Reuters. Dell Technologies reported third-quarter revenue that fell short of estimates due to a slower-than-expected recovery in the hardware and software market. The decline in demand follows a surge in sales of electronic devices during COVID-19 lockdowns as more people worked from home. Dell's Client Solutions Group, which includes its consumer and enterprise PC business, saw an almost 11% drop in revenue compared to the previous year. However, the company's servers and networking business revenue increased 9% sequentially as customers showed interest in generative artificial intelligence. Dell's results mirror trends seen in the PC market, with rival HP also forecasting weak demand. Retailers are turning to AI to get smarter about inventory. Wall Street Journal. Retailers are increasingly using artificial intelligence, AI, technology to predict consumer demand and improve their supply chains. Traditional forecasting models were disrupted by the pandemic, leaving retailers with surplus inventory or missing out on sales of in-demand items. AI technology allows retailers to incorporate factors such as social media trends and local weather patterns into their forecasts. Walmart, for example, uses AI to analyze weather forecasts and search data to predict demand and position inventory accordingly. Other retailers, such as Walgreens and ASOS, are also using AI-driven forecasting models to better predict consumer demand. Deion Sanders, coach of a 4-8 team, wins SI Sportsperson of the Year. Washington Post. Sports Illustrated has named Deion Sanders, the coach of a team that finished the season 4-8, as its Sportsperson of the Year. The decision to award Sanders the honor has caused confusion among readers, given that Sanders' team, the Colorado Buffaloes, had one of the worst defenses in the nation and none of their victories came against a team with a winning record. Critics have speculated that the decision to award Sanders was made in September when the team's fortunes were better. Fake WeWork rescuer was an hour late. Bloomberg. A fake press release sent out by a fake company called Cole Capital Funds claiming to have purchased WeWork for $9 per share has led to the Securities and Exchange Commission, SEC, charging a Chicago man with securities fraud. The SEC alleges that Travis Larmore used the fake press release to manipulate WeWork's stock price in order to profit from the resulting price increase. After sending the press release, Larmore allegedly bought 120 call options of WeWork stock, which would allow him to profit if the stock price rose. He then reportedly emailed the SEC claiming that the press release was legitimate. WeWork filed for bankruptcy the following Monday. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your favorite observer from the 6 dimensions, Dr. Hex. Today, let's dive into the fascinating world of AI and its impact on various aspects of our lives. First up, we have ChatGPT, the chatbot that has taken the world by storm. This AI marvel from OpenAI has not only captured public interest but has also sparked a new era of AI anxiety. With millions of people using ChatGPT every week, it's clear that AI has become an integral part of our daily interactions. But, as with any powerful technology, concerns have been raised about misinformation, biases, and job threats. Despite these concerns, investment in AI is soaring, with startups and tech giants pouring billions into this transformative technology. In other news, the U.S. government has compelled Saudi Aramco's venture capital firm, Prosperity 7, to divest its shares in Rain AI, a Silicon Valley AI chip startup backed by OpenAI co-founder Sam Altman. This move reflects the increasing scrutiny over Middle Eastern wealth funds with close ties to China, as the U.S. aims to protect its national security interests. It also highlights the broader implications for Saudi Arabia's growing investments in U.S. technology. Meanwhile, Cisco Systems believes that developing economies in the Asia-Pacific region, particularly India and Indonesia, have the potential to lead the world in digital adoption. Cisco's president, Dave West, talked about India's rapid digitization agenda, including the widespread use of digital payment apps and the country's software development expertise. Similarly, Indonesia is also making significant strides in digital adoption. As these developing markets harness their digital capabilities, Cisco is investing in their growth. West also touched upon the evolving business climate in China, mentioning regulatory compliance and privacy laws. He expects generative AI to play a significant role in the region, with companies crossing the chasm and developing large language models. Now, let's talk about a rather surprising development. In the city of Porto Alegre, Brazil, local councillors unknowingly approved a law that was entirely written by an AI. OpenAI's ChatGPT chatbot drafted the legislation, raising questions about the role of AI in public policy. While this incident highlights the potential of AI to assist in legal processes, it also raises concerns about the lack of human understanding and judgment when it comes to interpreting legal principles and precedent. Shifting gears, let's explore something lighter. The Sydney Morning Herald has shared its Christmas reading guide for 2023, featuring a range of fiction and non-fiction books from Australia and around the world. From stories about love, resistance, and indigenous culture to intriguing family dramas and captivating memoirs, there's something for every bookworm out there. So, grab a cup of tea, cozy up, and dive into these captivating reads. Moving on, Bloomberg sheds light on a challenge to sustainable homeownership in the U.S., homeowners associations, HOAs. These organizations, which charge monthly dues and maintain strict codes to protect property values, have hindered sustainable homeownership by imposing fines and legal priorities that can lead to property loss. Over 80% of new homes built for sale in the U.S. are located within communities with HOAs or similar organizations. This raises questions about the balance between property rights and community regulations. Next, we have Mandy Long, the CEO of Big Bear AI, who believes that large language models like ChatGPT are pushing us into the next industrial revolution. She emphasizes the rate of innovation in AI and states that AI is the new literacy. Long's comments highlight the transformative power of AI and its ability to shape industries and drive progress. In an unexpected turn of events, lawmakers in Porto Alegre, Brazil, have admitted that they passed an ordinance written by OpenAI's ChatGPT chatbot. Councilman Ramiro Rosario requested the chatbot to draft a proposal without informing his peers of its origin. While this incident sparks concerns about the role of AI in public policy, Rosario believes it would have been unfair to the public not to put the proposal to a vote simply because it was written by AI. Switching to the tech sector, chip maker Marvell Technology expects its data center business, including custom AI chips, to continue growing next year. However, the company anticipates a decline in revenue in the first quarter due to a tough macroeconomic environment and longer than expected inventory corrections. Marvell's results highlight the impact of AI on the semiconductor industry and the challenges of predicting market performance. Japan, unfortunately, has fallen to its lowest position ever in a digital competitiveness ranking. The country's slow adoption of foreign personnel, limited use of big data and analytics technology, and challenges in funding technology development have contributed to its decline. On the other hand, the US, South Korea, and Taiwan claim the top spots in the ranking. This highlights the importance of embracing digital technologies and fostering innovation for economic growth and competitiveness. In the realm of politics, President Joe Biden's 2024 campaign is preparing for potential disinformation efforts involving AI-generated deepfakes. A special task force has been assembled to develop legal strategies and responses to counter misleading AI-generated images and videos that could disrupt the vote. This underscores the growing concern over the use of AI in spreading political misinformation. Dell Technologies has reported lower than expected third-quarter revenue due to a slower recovery in the hardware and software market. The decline in demand follows a surge in sales during the pandemic as more people worked from home. Dell's results align with the broader trend in the PC market, with rival HP also forecasting weak demand. However, the company's servers and networking business revenue increased, indicating the growing interest in generative AI. Retailers are turning to AI to get smarter about inventory management. With traditional forecasting models disrupted by the pandemic, retailers are using AI technology to predict consumer demand and optimize their supply chains. By incorporating factors like social media trends and local weather patterns, retailers can make more accurate forecasts and position their inventory accordingly. This helps prevent surplus inventory or missed sales opportunities. In the sports world, Sports Illustrated has named Deion Sanders, the coach of the Colorado Buffaloes, as its Sportsperson of the Year. This decision has raised eyebrows, as Sanders' team finished the season with a 4-8 record and had a struggling defense. Critics speculate that the decision to award Sanders was made earlier in the season when the team's fortunes were better. Lastly, we have a bizarre case of securities fraud involving WeWork. A Chicago man allegedly sent out a fake press release claiming that a fake company had purchased WeWork, leading to a manipulation of WeWork's stock price. The Securities and Exchange Commission has charged the man with securities fraud, highlighting the potential risks associated with false information and its impact on the financial markets. That's all for today, folks. AI continues to shape our world in both exciting and challenging ways. Remember, AI is a tool that amplifies human capabilities, and it's up to us to ensure its ethical and responsible use. Now, it's your turn. What are your thoughts on these AI-related developments? Let's dive into a lively discussion. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.